Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the 2015 edition of the Royal Rumble. It was about 20 minutes ago. I've just finished it, so it should be really fresh in my mind. So I should remember everything that happened. Let's jump straight into it. Opening match, The Ascension versus New Age Outlaws. Bit random. This match is booked because they did like a... I don't know. I don't think it was an anniversary. I think it was just on Raw. They all got all the old people back together, and you had the New Age Outlaws. You had X-Pac, Kevin Nash, and Farouk and Bradshaw. The Ascension come down, and they're just like, "Oh, you're old men, go away." They get beaten up, and then this is why this match happens. I gave it a 6 out of 10. It was a bit rubbish, to be fair. It was quick, it was short, and the Ascension win. Not much else to say about it. Up next is for the tag team titles, the Usos versus Damien Mizdow and The Miz. Obviously, I think the Usos beat Sandow and The Miz to get the titles. It was a fun little match. Obviously, you've got Damien Sandow playing the stunt double, which is hilarious, and he's like bumping and selling and flopping around and stuff and copying The Miz, and like everything, like The Miz will go up to the crowd like and they'll boo him, and then Damien Sandow does it and everyone cheers him. It's just a great back and forth. The match is just under 10 minutes. What did we get? I gave it a 7 out of 10. Pretty standard fare, to be honest. Next up we have the Bella Twins versus Paige and Natalya. Just don't like the Bellas. Don't think they could wrestle. And the Bella Twins just basically dominated the match and won. Like, what's the point in making a story? It was just boring. And I half paid attention to it, to be fair. I was on my phone. It's just, I just don't like the Bellas. Like, Paige and Natalya are great workers, but the Bellas just aren't. And they end up winning. Then you've got Brock Lesnar, who is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, versus Seth Rollins versus John Cena. Seth still has his Money in the Bank briefcase, and this was actually a really good match. I gave this an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like, obviously, like, Lesnar dominates because it's Lesnar. Seth has got J&J Security, Jamie Noble, Joe Mercury, and they keep getting involved and helping Seth. And Brock gets them both and does a double German. It's actually pretty impressive. And then it comes to a point where Brock gets really angry. He's like, I want to end this match. Goes out, clears the Spanish announce desk, but then Cena attacks him, puts him on the table, and then Seth Rollins jumps off and does an elbow through the table. It's pretty insane. And then obviously you have the second half for the match, which is Cena and Rollins. It's like close calls. Towards the end of the match, I can't remember who's got the upper hand. One sec. Where is it? Eventually, Rollins repositioned Cena and performed a Phoenix Splash on him. Yeah, that's it. He comes off the top rope, spins, Phoenix Splash. It's awesome. He's about to win, and then Lesnar just shows up out of nowhere. They even had like a stretcher going back in the background, and they're like, "Oh, Lesnar probably can't carry on," and he just explodes. Beats up Cena, throws him out of the ring, and then Seth hits him with his briefcase. Then he's going to give him a curb stomp, and he runs up to give him the curb stomp, and Lesnar just sparks into life, counters it, F5, Lesnar wins, Lesnar goes to the Rumble. I'll talk about the Royal Rumble first, and then we'll come back to the aftermath of that. So we get to the Royal Rumble event, which you got Miz and R-Truth, number 1 and 2. They don't really last long. Then Bubba Ray Dudley comes back. He gets a massive pop. He does pretty well. Luke Harper and then Bray Wyatt show up. Eric Rowan shows up, but it's supposed to be Curtis Axel, but Eric Rowan attacks him. And they're like, he's not an official entrant, he did not qualify. And then he goes in, and then you think Rowan and Harper are going to turn on Wyatt, but then Harper turns on Rowan and they beat him up. And then Bray chucks them both over, and then you got the Boogeyman. So it's kind of like Bray and the Boogeyman, like weird versus weird. Wyatt just clotheslines him and then throws him over. It was a bit lackluster. Then he goes on a bit of an eliminated streak, and it's Sin Cara, Zack Ryder, Daniel Bryan comes down. He ends up getting eliminated by Bray. But then, at least with that, you've got Bray doing it, so it kind of gets heat on Bray rather than, Daniel Bryan getting to the end and being put out, eliminated by the winner, and everyone dumping all over it, like the other years. But this is another one where Bryan's popularity is sky high. Then you got Fandango, Tyson Kidd, Stardust, DDP, Master of the Diamond Cutter, Rusev, Goldust, Kofi Kingston, Adam Rose. Adam Rose comes down with his rosebuds. Kofi Kingston gets thrown over the top rope, lands on the rosebuds, and they all carry him and put him back in, which was a pretty cool spot. Then you've got Roman coming down, Big E, Damien Mizdow, he comes down because the Miz got eliminated earlier. He comes down, he's like, no, you go back, I'm taking your spot. He goes in, he gets knocked off before he gets into the match. Damon Sandow goes in, does a few bits. He's not even in it 20 seconds, and then he gets eliminated, and Missy's like, what the hell are you doing? And has a go at him, and then you got Swagger, Ryback, Kane comes down, Ambrose, Titus O'Neil, Bad News Barrett, Cesaro, then The Big Show, and Dolph Ziggler. Once the Big Show comes down, Kane and Big Show just go on an eliminating spree. Big Show eliminates 5 people, Kane eliminates 4. They're just throwing people over after Big Show comes in, left, right and centre. Then it comes down to them and Roman. They try and eliminate Roman, and Big Show's, I don't know, it's kind of like, is he eliminating Kane or is he holding him back? And Kane goes, what are you doing? We're supposed to be working together. And then they attack each other, and they're having this big punching match. And then they're like trying to eliminate each other. Reigns comes over, dumps them both out. Then they're like Reigns is the winner, yeah. And then Big Show and Kane come back in, beat Roman Reigns down, and then the Rock's music hit, and the Rock's come down to help fight him off. And at this point, I'm like, oh yeah, right, Reigns is the winner, yeah. And I was like, but I swear, Reigns wasn't the last one in. It wasn't just him. Like, he had a match. Kane and Big Show beat him up. Rock comes down and helps him. Like, rock bottom, people's elbow and all that. And then he jumps out the ring, and I'm like, why are they not playing Reigns' music? Why are they not celebrating? And then the crowd are going, they're chanting, we want Rusev. And it turns out that Rusev wasn't actually eliminated. He's just outside on the floor. He comes back in, and then Reigns like pretty much just beats him up within like a minute and chucks him over. And the boos that rain down. This is where Roman Reigns was shoved down your throat, and it just wasn't working. His face persona just never worked, and he's getting booed and booed and booed, and the Rock comes back in and he holds his arm up and they're booing him, and the Rock's kind of like, what the hell? Didn't expect this reaction. It's like, have you not been watching the Royal Rumble? All they've done is boo Roman Reigns, like heavily boo him. But he ends up winning. Obviously, he goes to Mania to face Brock, who's still the champ. And then we have the heist of the century, where Seth comes down, cashes in, and wins the title. Up until the day of the show, Reigns was going to go over on Lesnar. He had all his family down and everything, and they changed it last minute to Seth winning. And apparently his family were absolutely fuming, and they were not happy with Vince. But that's Vince McMahon. Obviously Reigns ends up getting titles, and then he goes on, when he turns heel, which worked because that's what people wanted. And now Roman Reigns is like, he comes down, everyone loves him. But like before this point, this Rumble, the 2015 one, people were cheering the Shield, and then it just got to this year where he just got booed because it kind of makes the fans hypocrite. He's like, he was the same character, he didn't change character, and they're just booing him, and it's, I don't know, it's just confusing. But yeah, that is the 2015 Royal Rumble. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. And I shall see you guys for the 2016 Royal Rumble after I've watched that. Have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good night, and I shall catch you guys again next time. See you later. Bye bye.